Hey guys, so I'm in the library. I'm in a private study room because, as you can see, I'm doing a lot of study, and I'm in this room because I require sound for it, and I don't want to be out there in the main area where it might disrupt other people. But yeah, because I've been out of work for quite a while, like over a month. I've got a lot of study to do, a lot of catching up to do. I've caught up with all my essential e-learning. One of them was Mental Health Capacity Act, and now I'm doing a lot of other e-learning in light of what the hospital's currently going through. A lot of new care packages or care bundles have been created, so just not getting my head around them, but being aware of what they are. I've created this booklet thing where I've just put a whole bunch of essential information in there. But the time is currently 1:39. I'll be going to have my lunch very shortly. I'm only working short shifts, for the next couple of weeks, just to help me get back into the routine of things. But filming this video is a testament of how much better I feel in light of all the stuff that I'm currently and have been experiencing. But I'm happy with how well I'm currently doing, which I'm really pleased with. I've just got to just keep going, really.
So I want to say a massive thank you to my hospital for all the free meals that they're providing for all the members of staff. As soon as I finished eating, I went straight back to work, and based on what I was learning, it was a study day by the way, based on what I was learning, I created a mini study guide. If you do want to know a bit more about how I revise and how I private study, then let me know, because I do have more study days coming up. So as soon as I finished, I basically just popped in a train and went home. Guys, so yes, I've got plenty of time. The lighting is so nice, look at that. So guys, I'm low-key rushing home because normally I take a lovely stroll because it's such a nice day, but I have a 2-hour driving lesson and I want to have a shower before I start that. And again, I also got a call from my Amazon, what do you call them? Amazon deliverer, Amazon mailman, to say that one of my packages there, and obviously I couldn't leave him waiting for ages, so I just told him to leave it under the car. So hopefully no one takes it, which they shouldn't. But yeah, I thought I'd include this bit. Normally my day would end because normally I wouldn't include this bit because I normally work long days, but like I said, because I've been off work for quite a while, I've been put on short shifts for the next week and a half. So I hope you can hear me over the traffic, but like I was saying, I normally work long days, but because I've been off work for quite a while, quite a significant amount of time, I've been put on short shifts for the next week and a half. So once those short shifts are over, I should be back to my regular scheduling of long days and nights, and then I'll be able to give you a more, I feel like, comprehensive day in the life of a nurse. Because when you think of nurses or nurses and shift patterns, you normally think of them working long days, which is what I normally do. If you do try really hard to schedule your day as much as possible, you can live a relatively normal life. It is, I'm squinting because the sun is shining. It is, I'm not gonna lie, it can be actually really difficult at times because the nursing timetable isn't one that's really aligned with the rest of the world or the rest of society. For example, while everyone's still sleeping, chances are you're still awake. While everyone's awake, chances are you're probably sleeping if you're doing night shifts and stuff. But I thought I'd put this in here just to kind of prove a point that if you do try really hard, you can somewhat maintain a normal life that is in line with other people's routines. I think one thing that does really help is the fact that it is the warmer months, so it is light when I do wake up and it is light when I go back to bed, and I think that really does help in terms of making me feel like I'm on a normal routine. If I was doing a long day, there would be no activities before and there would be no activities after. It will literally be me, the whole day would be dedicated to nursing, or to that side of my life, to nursing. But because I am working, because I did work at early shift today, I can do the nursing side and I can come home and still kind of do some regular normal things. Yeah, what that basically means sometimes is that on your days off, you literally try and pack in as much as possible. So say when I am working long shifts, I do generally 3 or 4 long shifts a week, and then I generally have 3 or 4 days off, and I try and pack in as much as possible. So if you guys do want to see more of a day in my life when I'm not working, then make sure you let it be known in the comments box, because I'll be more than happy to film that. I do have a lot of exciting stuff coming up that I'm super excited to share with you. But yeah, let me get up and go. Now I have to walk twice as fast because I've literally spent the last 2-3 minutes sitting here talking with you guys. So right now I just got back from work, and as you can see, I am washing my hands vigorously because I've been traveling on public transport, and also because literally less than 10 seconds before this clip was filmed, I was on my hands and knees looking underneath the car for my Amazon package, but my sister had already taken that upstairs before I got the chance to collect it.
Anyway, as I've mentioned in one of my previous videos called COVID-19, I will link it in the video and in the description box below. The COVID-19 virus is enclosed by a protein membrane, so it can easily be removed by washing your hands with soap and water. So make sure you're doing that for at least 20 seconds. As soon as I get inside, wash my hands is the first thing I do. The next thing I do is go into the kitchen and put my uniform directly into the washing machine and put it on a high heat wash. I know washing your clothes or washing your uniform at home probably isn't the best option, and I do know that my hospital does allow nurses to wash their uniform at work, but I'm not entirely sure how that works, if I'm being completely honest. I could, the option of wearing scrubs is also there, but obviously with this whole pandemic that's been happening, there has been a shortage of scrubs. And I do remember a couple of weeks, maybe a week or two before filming this video, I received an email from my workplace telling them that you're not to use scrubs unless you're working in a red zone. And what they basically mean by working in a red zone is basically working in an area of the hospital where your patients have been tested positive for COVID-19. As of now, at the time of this video was recorded, I am not working with any patients that have tested positive for COVID-19. Therefore, I'm not eligible to wear scrubs, but I will check that again and see if maybe that has changed. We'll see if that has changed. I think that will probably be a better idea, if I'm honest. So right now I'm basically just preparing my uniform for the next day. I always wear a dress. I prefer wearing a dress over tunic and trousers, just because it's less washing, it's less ironing, and it's just easier to work with, if I'm being completely honest. One tip I will say is that when you're preparing your uniform the day before, you can put everything. You can put your tape, you can put your badges, you can put your pen torch in your pocket, but do not put your pen in your pocket, because if you put your pen in your pocket, in the pocket of your uniform, and then put your uniform in your bag, I'm telling you, like 9 times out of 10, that pen will leak and it will ruin your whole uniform. Today was a super busy day for me. Like I said, I did an early shift. I got back, the next thing I did was put my clothes into the washing machine, had a quick shower, and I also made myself some dinner. Basically, I made some spaghetti bolognese, but I didn't use spaghetti. I used like the fusilli shape type pasta, because for some strange reason I don't like the taste or the texture of spaghetti. I'll eat it if I have to, but if there are other types of pasta shapes that I can use, then I will. And as soon as I made that, I went off to my driving lesson, which was 2 hours long, and my driving lessons was absolutely amazing. I'm actually such a good driver. I think the fact that I'm kind of cheating. I'm only doing automatic because I feel like, why waste my time learning to drive a manual car if I know I'm not gonna get a manual car? But anyway, as soon as I got in, I had my dinner, and then I went to pack my uniform for the next day of work, which is basically this kit that you're seeing. I got all my uniform ready, packed my bags. You can see I'm taking this book by Fidel Castro. It's such a good book. I would completely recommend it. It's actually really interesting. You can also see that I've got this study guide that I made when I was at work today. So I'm just putting that back in my bag so I can do some revision while I'm commuting to and from work. This washing was ready for me to fold and put away probably like 2-3 days ago, but I just never had the time to get around to it. So I literally spent like the next 10 minutes just putting everything away, which was completely fine. Because I had a shower as soon as I got back from work, and I was in a rush, like literally in a rush, I didn't film all of that. So right now I'm just showing you some of the products that I did use on my skin, on my face, and all that fun stuff. And Ari Lennox, listening to Ari Lennox. If you don't know Ari Lennox, get to know her. Her album is freaking amazing. And one of the last things that I do before I set off to bed is put my hair in twists. Generally, I put my hair in anything from 10 twists to maybe 6 twists. And sometimes I'll use some jelly, some petroleum jelly, just to help keep my hair moisturized as well.
So that is pretty much it. I'm going to end the video here. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up just so I know that you guys appreciate these videos so I can continue doing more. So in this video we've talked about, you know, me returning back to work after being off for ages. We've talked about, you know, the nursing timetable, the nursing roster, whatever you want to call it, and I've also given you guys a bit of information about the COVID-19 situation in my hospital. Like I said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.